All righty. Hello, 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 everyone. All right, let's wait for this to pop up. We're going to share this out. All right, so if you're watching coming in, you're watching the playback of this, so that's not dead air. I am Shakeya the Professor, and we are going to discuss today different creative businesses that you can start today. You can start from home or you can improve on, add to your business. So, we're just going to talk about the industry that I know all so well, and that is all things creative business. And there is a lot of different aspects to that. So, we're going to discuss that today. We're going to answer some questions about these different businesses that you can start right from home. All right. So, let's All right, there we go. So I'm all shared out here. We're gonna go live. Oh, I meant to put starting a business from home over on TikTok, and I forgot to do that. Woo! All right, so let's get this going over here. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, everyone. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you come in. Drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you are watching from. So as you come in, say hello and let me know where you are watching from. All right, so that will help the engagement within this video, help it get distributed more, so we don't have to use the at everyone button. I'm just kidding. It works for some people. Let me not, and it was about to go down my throat, this little piece of gum. All right, so once again, hello, 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 everyone. I am Shakeya, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of Silhouettes Anonymous. That is where I have been teaching you Silhouette Studio for the past 7 years, and teaching you how you can use it for a multitude of hobbies or to start a side hustle or even grow it to a full-fledged business. And I say grow it to a full-fledged business because I am one that thoroughly believes that just because you're able to make something, and even if you make it well, somebody may ask you, hey, I like that. I would like to purchase that from you. That does not instantly make you a business owner. Say like, you can start a business from it. There's a lot of things to it. Once you have perfected your craft and you're ready to take on customer service and really understanding and take control of it and take ownership of it, you're ready to do your inventory. You're ready to, plan and set budgets and set goals. You don't have to have an LLC or, set up everything as far as like your articles and things like that to get started. You can be self-employed and still be legal, because what makes you legal is just making sure that you take care of everything you need to do within your city, your state, your municipality, if they require you to have certain things in place. And then also just making sure that you pay your taxes. Like that's like the most important thing to make sure that you don't get in trouble from all the money that will exchange hands, is making sure that you're taking care of taxes. But you can make money to a certain extent before you go into doing all of the major prep work. You also don't necessarily have to have a website to start your business. And that's something that you can grow and scale too. There are pros and cons to having a website. So I don't believe that having a website is for everyone. And we'll probably talk about that. I'll schedule an Ink Zone Zoom and we'll talk about like the pros and cons and benefits of having a website versus not having a website. And we can do that on Thursday. Sounds good. So I'll set up a Zoom call so that we can get on. You guys can chat with me for those who are in the Ink Zone, and anyone can join the Ink Zone. And we'll talk about the benefits and the pros and cons of having a website and when you should start to think about having a website. All right. But like I said, today we're just going to talk about a couple different things that you can do to start a business from home, especially if you are a creative, or as some of you guys like to call it, you are a crafter. There's some things that you can do from home, and we're going to discuss that. I can teach you how to do it and design and do everything from Silhouette Studio. That's my design program of choice to teach. Do I use Photoshop? I sure do. Do I use Illustrator? I sure do. But for the most part, how I like to design for my design style, Silhouette Studio is perfect for what I do, and that is what I typically, gravitate towards as far as designing. And I've created some amazing things in Silhouette Studio. So then the next part of our business is our product line. Honestly speaking, we currently carry sublimation ink, the best sublimation paper that allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. For most applications, you save on ink. You don't have to use premium matte. You get amazing, amazing colors just using the plain paper setting. Look at that. This was not done with premium. And like on TikTok, it's showing up even better. I got to figure out I got to really work on my lighting and all that stuff in here. But look at this on TikTok, guys. You see those colors? That was not premium matte. That's plain paper setting. And the color saturation on that is absolutely friggin' amazing. Okay. So you don't have to use premium matte, which is what most of that little blue uh, um, comment that goes around in all the groups. I cringe every time I see that little blue thing with those settings pop up, because I'm like, man, we are wasting resources with those settings. You don't need premium matte, but eventually y'all will come around to my side and realize you can get amazing colors and results just using plain paper setting with the right paper. All right. And so we also have a sublimation ink, and then we have pigment ink for those who want to do stickers, if you want to do things like party favors, water slides. Pigment ink is what you would use for that. I mean, you can also use the dye ink as well, but pigment ink is water resistant. So if it gets wet, it won't run. Now the paper, if it's not, just a regular paper, it might break down, but it will not run. So your colors and your image will still stay intact. So that's the benefit of that. And then 365 Creative Academy, where I teach you how to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of classes. So that's a little rundown about who I am and the services that I provide. Check out our website, shop.hsink365.com, to purchase your ink and paper. For the quality, we have the best prices. You can't beat it for the quality of our products and the size. This is 100. All of our bottles are 140 milliliters. And look at that color. Y'all see that color? That's black child. It ain't brown in the bottle. So it can do nothing but produce amazing colors. All right. So hello to you guys over on TikTok. Drop where you're watching from. Just say a quick hello so I know who is on. I see you guys over there. So just drop a quick hello. Let me know who is on. Okay. All right, let me just look at something real quick. I just saw something come across my phone. Madison, Wisconsin. Well, hello and welcome, welcome. Okay. All right, let's go back over here. Just had to answer a quick question. Hello from Georgia and Houston. Hello, welcome, welcome. All right, let's see who all is over here. Hello, hello. Incredible evening, incredible evening. I'm going to listen while I design. Okay. Hello, incredible evening, incredible evening. Hello from Cali. Hello, Miss D. How are you? From Canada, from Ohio. Hello, Delaware. Hello, hello. Thank you, Chanel. Louisiana. Hey, baby. Chicago, GA, Birmingham. Hola. Another one from New Orleans. That's that Nola, baby. That's how Gucci always says it. Savannah, Georgia, from Tampa. Another one from Birmingham. Hey, just say. Hey, just say. This subject is definitely for me because I want to move in this direction. Well, what do you mean? You do, if y'all don't know Miss Johnson. Um, so you know some of the things that you can do because you're already doing embroidery. So that's something that you don't have to go and people always say add all these different oh, wait a minute. Pause. Back it up. Miss Johnson. Is this for me or these for the kids? Because these all had a Zorla in them. Is this for me or these for my children? I was like, oh, hey, I figured it was from my 1 year anniversary. So you put $1 in there. So I was like, is it for me or was it for them kids of mine? But I was like, ooh, looky. I got it a year later, but I noticed it was $1 in there. But you do a great embroidery stuff, and people will tell you to add all these things. And I mean, there's things that you can do, and you can definitely make money in embroidery. And there's ways to scale up with that. I've seen people go from a single needle to a multi needle to a multi head, and then you're growing in machines to just grow, and they're doing is embroidery and never adding really anything else. Some people will kind of lead you to believe that you have to add all of these different things to be successful, and that's not true. Creating additional streams may be you start off where you were only doing shirts with embroidery. Now you've added on doing hats. You've added on putting doing like birth stat animals and things like that, and you're putting it on the ears. If you haven't watched, I'm pretty sure if you're doing embroidery, most of my people probably have come across Alexis Galloway from So Sweet Academy. She shows so many different things. I mean, she's put them on little baskets and stuff. So that is how you truly create additional streams of income, not going from embroidery and then start doing sublimation and start doing eco solvent and start doing DTF. You figure out what else you can make with your embroidery machine, and that is additional streams of income. Okay, people have it twisted in what they teach people about what it means to add to scale up and add to your business. Louisiana, another person in Louisiana. Again, didn't expect to see you live again so soon. Hey, I told y'all I'll probably come right back. My session actually ended a little bit early, so I said, you know what? Let's just go live for a little bit. Hey, best friend, watching from Indiana on Facebook, Delaware. Incredible evening. Hello, 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 hello. Hot in the Bay today. Been sick for 3 weeks today. I am up and printing. It feels good. Yay! Awesome. Glad you are feeling better. I was always told don't give a person a wallet without putting some money in it. Okay, I receive it, honey. All right. So someone over here says embroidery is lucrative. It's been around a long time. Your grandma's grandma likes embroidery. Exactly. Too late for me now. What, as far as sticking to one thing, you have ventured off into trying to add a million different things. It's not too late for you can do and take on a lot of things for your personal crafting endeavors. There's a lot of things that I do, honey. I am not promoting it. I am not selling it. Those who know me will ask, hey, Shakeya, can you do this? Da, da, da. But I do not market things I like to do just to save me some money, because some folk, I'm not going to say that their prices are outrageous because I don't know what their overhead is and what it takes for them to run their business. So I'm not going to necessarily say that their prices are outrageous, but it might be outrageous for me when I know I can do it myself. And so I'll do it for personal. But just because I do it for personal, people see it and they're like, "Oh my God, that's a nice. Can I want to be? I want to buy one. What kind of order that?" I don't sell it. This was for me. Like for my kids, when I do the 3D letters for their birthdays and stuff. I mean, I could do it where I get the letters and I paint them. That's too much. That's too much work for me. I have the templates for it where I can just do print and cuts and put on the top, but that brown still has to be painted. That's a lot of work. And people don't respect the amount of work that goes into that. So I'm just not trying to hassle and tussle with folk over what my prices will be for that because they probably would not like them. And even with doing the paper ones, it's very cost effective for me. I can sit down while I'm watching TV and I can do that, do all the little print and cut and make my kids probably look amazing. Is that something I'm going to offer all the time and want to do those all the time? No, ma'am, no ham. But my kids' part's going to look fine. Okay. So everything that you do creatively, you don't have to monetize it. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's go up because I saw a question in regards to printer real quick. Is the 7310 good for sublimation conversion? It is, and it's not. So there are pros and cons to it. I am a workforce gal. I like workforces over eco tanks any day of the week, except maybe like the 16600, 16650. But I just cannot wrap my head around spending $1,000 for that. If I was going to spend that kind of money, I would just go ahead and get the sawgrass. If you're going to get the eco tank 16600 for sublimation, you might as well just go ahead and get the sawgrass. That's just kind of like my whole thought process because that printer is $1,000, but allows you to print 13 by 19. I am a workforce person. I'm a workforce gal. Love workforce printers. You get more bang for your buck. Now, with the newer workforce printers, Epson has made it to where you have to purchase chips. With these chips, it's like hit and miss. We personally test all of our chips, but sometimes we test them and then somebody will get them and it's like it doesn't read in their printer. We tested a bunch of chips. I retested them when we got our 7840 or 7820. And there were some of the blacks that worked on our 7840, did not work on the 7820. We don't understand why. So that's like the major con with the newer workforces and the workforces. Some people don't like them, but all of Epson printers now, I have no idea why they made this change, but they put like 1,000,001 rows of pinwheels or pizza wheels, as some of you guys like to call them. They put 1,000,001 of them in their printers now, which I still don't understand why. So there are pros and cons, but it really is a good printer to use. Um, I do a lot for personal crafting and have been for years. I started out sewing clothes in high school and made suits and some home decor, but I don't do that much. And wait, I don't do that much and not for anyone else. Yeah, I'm kind of like that. Like, there are certain things I like to keep for myself. So let's just talk about some of the, and you know what? Um, Sometimes visually, seeing it visually, right? So for all of you guys that are on right now, if you can, I know some of you guys might be busy doing something. If you can, if you're watching me, a lot of people say like, they'll have me on and they're still working. And if it's something that, it piques their interest, they'll come over. But I will, if you're doing that, come like over to the phone, to the computer, to your iPad, and type in the comments, what do you do in the creative space? Like one or two things that you do in the creative space. And you're going to see like so many different answers come up. There's a multitude of things that you can do, and turn it into and you can monetize it. So I'm not going to say necessarily say start a business, but you can monetize a lot of these crafty and creative things that you do. Hello, Miss Black, to you 71. How are you? Hello from Tennessee. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to kind of get that and post those in the comment section. Oh, and the fan is on. I don't know why it's so hot. Hold on one second. tumblers. Oh, this is Kim. Okay, hello, Kim. So over here, tumblers. So when you say tumblers, so let me show you how this works, right? Multiple streams of income. She says she does tumblers. You can do tumblers where you're doing sublimation tumblers. You can do epoxy tumblers where some people spray paint them only and then put vinyl decals on it. Some people do glitter. There are some people that do alcohol tumblers. There are some people that do it with water slides. Some people that do it with vinyl. You can do rhinestone tumblers. You can do some people put like HTV, like with the bling, anything. So I just named off like at least seven different ways to do tumblers. 7. So if you were someone that started out, yep, the first person I saw do tumblers was alcohol inks, right? So I got into this to do those and put alcohol inks and stuff on tumblers. Well, dang, now I see people are putting glitter on it. Someone's putting that was another one. 8, fabric. Seen people go and put fabric on tumblers, and then they'll put zippers and all this other stuff on it, and then they'll epoxy over it. So you've seen them do that. Whoa, now there's somebody doing rhinestones. Now I can put a full image on something with just sublimation. Wait a minute now. So there's a lot of different ways. So from that one, you can make money and never touch anything else other than tumblers. And you may start to generate additional streams of income because you've gone from doing one and now you're going to make tumblers that might fit somebody else's need. Like, okay, yeah, they're cute and all, but I'm not, I don't really care for like the alcohol inks. Like, I don't like how the colors mesh together. I want something that's maybe like all one color, but I want my name on it. Maybe I want something that is a full color picture. We can do a full wrap, or I just want bride on it, right? Like just something really, really simple. So from that one, there's multiple streams of income. And these are all things, again, that you can do from home. So how you scale up in that, if you are doing sublimation, some people feel like it's faster to use the press. Me personally, when I go and I see people and they're using the press and they're rotating it, like I feel like you have to babysit that. And that don't work for me on a higher scale of business. That whole pressing it, rotating it, babysitting it, that don't work for me. I personally feel like doing it in the oven is a lot more efficient when you want to do multiples, because you can literally wrap them and do several in the oven. I don't have to turn mine. Well, I didn't have to before because my oven was pretty good, but now the seal is broken because my little ones like to pull on it. Yes, I use the one that's in my kitchen, the same one that my kids make French toast sticks in, all that kind of good jazz. MJ makes pizza in there. I've already explained that. You can come for me. You can give me the angry faces. Be mad all you want. No, I'm not putting my family at risk. I know the real deal when it comes to sublimation. And yes, the one that's in there we use for sublimation. And so they've pulled on it a bit much. And so there's a gap. So sometimes like on one side of it, it's not even heat. So now I kind of have to turn it. But if I was like doing it those like all the time, I would have a dedicated one just for the sake of my children not messing it up, and get one that had a really good seal and all that stuff on it. And I would have a major one for that and put those in there. Big companies, when they're doing mugs and stuff, they have these really, really big oven type deals, and they'll put them in. That's actually how I was originally introduced to sublimation mugs. I didn't see the presses. I didn't see the small ovens. I saw a major company, and they literally, and at first I thought it was like, what is it for pottery? Like is it kiln? That thing, like just heats it all up. And they were putting a bunch of mugs in there and let them all go at the same time and then pull them out. That's how I literally was first introduced to this whole idea of sublimation mugs. It was like looking at a major company. So you can scale up in a wide variety of ways. So tumblers and wood crafts, HTV, tumblers, epoxies, t-shirts, obituaries. Whoo, child, please tell me you have a team when you're doing all that. So when you go and you're adding all of these, so there's additional streams of income, but now you're adding all of these things that can lead to, they branch out. So HTV, so you're doing HTV. Is it going on t-shirts? Is it going on pants? Is it going on hoodies? Is it going on jackets? Is it going on skirts? Is it going on I don't know, like so now you're opening that up. So now it's like, what are you exactly using it for? So is it okay? I'm gonna do HTV, but I'm only gonna put it on clothes. Is it has to be just a blank T-shirt? Are you gonna take that and just customize anything? A lot of people think that they have to go to where they're buying the shirts. Once you get really, really good at it and you know that you're gonna have minimal mistakes, I allow people to bring me things because the benefit in what I do is being able to customize. So I can cut something out and put it on whatever. I just had someone where they needed a PE outfit. So they brought me the shirt, brought me the shorts. Hey, I did it all up. I have seniors that are bringing me skirts. So do I want to go and get a whole bunch of tennis skirts and may not be able to sell them? No. Bring me your skirt. I give the, disclaimer and all these different things, but with those, I try to be very, very careful. Now, we'll say that I did mess up on the sleeve of her jacket. The 23 was backwards, but I'm equipped and I know how to fix it. So I used my VLR, took it off, made it a little bit bigger, put it on there. Never knew that there was an issue. So if we're all human, but you have to learn the things that you have to use in order to correct some of these mistakes. And if you have those things in place, you'll feel more confident with allowing people to bring things to you. Walmart is full of apparel that can be customized and personalized. I have people all the time go, especially when it comes to little girl stuff. They'll get something and they want their name on it. They'll get like a little jean jacket. They want it decorated for like birthdays and stuff. So I allow people to bring stuff to me all the time. It's so interesting when I hear people say, nope, I don't allow people to bring me shirts. Okay, well, you keep leaving money on the table. And then to me, I see that as, you must not be too confident in your ability. See, I'm very confident in my ability. And when they bring me stuff, I tend to double check, triple check, and make sure. Now, the one like sublimation can be kind of tricky. Like your heat press can betray you sometimes. So that one you want to be very careful. But a lot of times, like with vinyl and all that stuff, like I'm going to be able to see that before I press it. So I'm not worried about that messing up. I learned most of this watching you. Woo, okay, I have some help. Perfect. Because the more things you add, it just takes you to 1,000 different directions, right? So then she said, t-shirts. Okay, are we doing summation t-shirts? Are we doing Jet Pro 3G? Are we doing DTF? Are we doing white tone? Are we doing eco solvent? So all of these things now become separate streams of income. Obituaries is one to where, man, doing all that other stuff and then doing that. If that is something that's kind of like, okay, it's kind of a side thing for me every once in a while. But if you're someone where someone knows, like people know you to come to you whenever there is a death and you're having to do these every single week, the turnaround time on it is really, 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 really quick for a lot of people. By the time they go and gather all their pictures, gather all this information, you really only have a few days before they have to print it out before the service. Because most times it takes place within like a week or two of when the person passes. So you have to really, if you're going to do that, like often, you really, really have to have a system in place, have really good templates, maybe have you a few go-to fonts already in place, a few go-to images so that you can have a fast turnaround on those, because people can get kind of not so nice. And I understand like they're mourning but you need a certain, like you have to be able to talk to them in a certain way because they're in a very vulnerable and sensitive state. So you can't like rush too much. It's like, yeah, you're on the timeline. Like I need these pictures so I can do X, Y, and Z, but you kind of have to handle with kid gloves because they are still, they just had a loss. So that is one where I do them, but I don't advertise them. People who know me come to me. That way I'm not overwhelmed by them. All right. So let's see. What all do we have over here? We have, oh, come on. More of you guys, like with all of you guys that are watching, more of you guys could have answered this question. All right. So so that people can see what are things that you can do from home. More of you guys could definitely answer this question. Want you guys to go ahead and comment. What is it that you do in the creative space? All right, so she says machine embroidery, paper crafting, t-shirts, and crochet. Event decorating, balloon garlands, and event programs. Love it, love it. Sublimation, heat transfer, HTV on shirts. She says everything. That unless you have a entire building and you have a full-on staff, everything is not good. And I'm going to be perfectly honest in that. Saying that you do everything as a business, especially if it's you, if it's only one other person, you are setting yourself up, I'm not going to say for failure, but to be very stressed out, and you're putting a lot on yourself because your mind literally has to shift for a lot of these different projects. And when you're the one that has to keep all of that together and organize, and even if you're very, very organized, you write stuff down, having to purchase for this, purchase for that, you end up with, okay, well, I had to, if you're a business mind, it's like, okay, I have this, well, I want to order more so that because it's going to be more cost effective, but what if you never use it again? So business wise, smart, like making smart business moves, it's not a good thing to do everything unless you have a proper step. And that's just, my personal and professional opinion on that, and just going from experience in trying to do way too many things as a business and under the full umbrella of my business. Like I said, it's great to kind of do some things, but under the umbrella of monetizing it, I don't try to do everything. I'm testing the waters on different things because I will retire in 4 years. I will be 56 years young. Um, so graphic designing, digital decorator, custom gifts, treat bags, flyers, programs, custom apparel, and more. Paper crafting, embroidering, sublimation, tumblers, mugs, sublimation apparel, uh, vinyl, t-shirts, rhinestones. Ooh, that's a lot. And these are things that you guys plan to monetize, or these are just things that you guys like to do creatively. I forget how I worded it. Maybe I'm saying all this because I asked, what do you do creatively? Never mind. So that's probably where everything comes from. So creatively, I can see you guys, because I do a little bit of some of everything, but I don't try to monetize everything. Hello from Midway, Florida. Hello, my fellow Floridian. Stained glass. Ooh, I would love to see that. Sewing, tumblers, signs, crochet, and knitting. T-shirts, tooth fairy pillows. Ooh, like that. Coffee mugs, memorial lanterns, memorial ornaments, sublimation, tumblers, sometimes. I agree on the oven. Do you have set prices for when customers bring their own items to customize, or do you work out the prices each time? I have a pricing calculator that I use. So depending on what it is that they are wanting and how the design is set up, and me knowing the dimensions of it, I plug that in. It's going to tell me how much vinyl I need, or how much, like with sublimation, how that kind of works out to press that, if it is like a large order of things. Like I do press on demand for several companies who have like clothing lines, and I'm the one that actually does their production. So depending on if I'm using transfer, so there is a formula for that. It's not always set, because if it's multiple colors, if it's something that's if I'm doing vinyl, it's very, very detailed. All of those things play into how it is priced. But pretty much it's a different price every single time, because I just plug it into my pricing calculator. For stuff like that, I'm not going to charge something that's this big the same as something that is much, 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 much larger. Card making, sublimation, rhinestones, HTV. So maybe I should stick to one. You're the only person that knows how much time you have to dedicate to building a business. And not to say that you have to stay doing one thing at a time, but if you are struggling with finding your, like you guys say, like your niche, finding your lane, struggling with getting new clientele and actually getting orders, maybe because you are not clear on what it is that you do. One of the best ways to grow is to become known for like one thing. And it's like when someone thinks of that, you're the first person that's going to come to mind, whether they need it, or let's say someone, Facebook, people always come on Facebook. Hey, where can I get da da da? Where can I order X, Y, and Z? Where can I order elemental P? Where can I order, all this different stuff? And you're going to have people that's either going to tag you, because they're going to immediately think of you. But if you haven't put it out there, what it is that you do, how can anyone tag you or recommend you? So when you're known for something, like in particular, like people are going to come to you. Let's say, who can I say? Like, oh God, I'm trying to think of an example of, because I mean, you have all these burger places, but when I think of like flame broiled, like I want something that's like almost like off the grill, like a real grill, I'm gonna go to Burger King. When I want that barbecue type feel like burger, I'm gonna go to Burger King. Like, so their whole thing is like they really emphasize the flame broiled, like that's their thing. So there's different ways to like market. You can do a lot of stuff, but a lot of times if you like brand around a certain thing, it helps you become more memorable. Event decor, centerpieces, celebration tumblers, flyers, event planning, balloon, glen, and event planner. Uh, like to do it creatively. All right, let's see over here. I'm definitely trying to set myself up for retirement. I started out with welcome boards and wreaths, then moved over to sublimation and HTV. You know what's crazy to me, right? People will say, I'm not sure what your like your actual plan is. I would like to set myself up retirement and doing creative stuff, right? Retirement is retirement. You know, we're not working our fingers to the bone every single day. So for me, when I say when I'm ready for retirement, I don't want to have to do the regular hustle bustle, even if it's for myself. I would like to be in a position at that point to where I'm running a business. I am the owner of a business and I can teach and train my people to be able to do. And they know, like my customers will know they're going to get the same quality, even though it may not be me doing it. My employees, my staff, my supervisors, my managers, my regional manager, my this, that, and the other, they're going to run this. And I can retire from being so hands-on, but still be the owner of a business. I don't foresee retirement where I'm going to leave. If I was still working, I'm going to leave a job and I'm going to go right back into full on working, because contrary to popular belief, other than like dealing with like your employees, I mean, dealing with coworkers, dealing with supervisors, dealing with a set schedule where if you get sick, like, dang it, you got to show up, or, you know, you're afraid, you know, it's the fear of getting written up and having a warning and an occurrence and all of this. So you kind of eliminate some of those stresses. But then there's so much more, because, you know, if you're on a job that's customer service and you're not quite the big boss, you can always say, okay, I got time for this. Okay, I'm going to transfer to my supervisor. And you can pass the buck to someone else. But when you're the business owner and you have to go and you have to deal with all these personalities coming at you, I mean, that is one of the hardest parts of this. And people don't talk about it enough. When you are the face of your business, we're the one that people communicate. There is no buffer. You know, the owner and like the CEO or the head of like their um the executive board and all that, like, I mean, even the executive assistant to the owner, the CEO, the CFO of, let's say, I mean, hell, even McDonald's. Well, you know what, let me talk to how Epson, the owner of that, ain't talking to y'all. Y'all talking to some folk that don't pay minimum wage on the phone, customer service, who are reading from a script. If they can't get it, guess what? Okay, I'm going to go and transfer you to the supervisor or the team lead or whatever. If they can't, okay, it might go to escalations. Baby, you are never going to get to the top of the top of the top. If I work in advertising, I don't have to worry about the people over here who complaining about their stuff, worrying about retail. So in a business like that, it's certain people, they're just not, I don't have to deal with the everyday stuff, but I'm in a as a CEO, like, it might be my business. As the owner, it is my business, but I don't have to deal with the everyday hustle and bustle of it. So when I think of retirement, I think of the fact that I want to be set up to where I know this so well that I can easily train others. I understand business. I understand about profit and loss. I understand about human resources. I understand about setting my business up properly so that I can have staff. I can have a business that I am not physically doing everything, because it is so hard to be the everything of a business, from customer service to the design department to the person that produces it. Then you have to pack it up, then you have to ship it, you have to deal with marketing, figure out best way to market. You gotta, you know, everyone's telling you post on every single social media platform. Do you guys know that's a job in of itself? Like, trying to figure out these reels and shorts and stories and this, that, and the third. And then it's like you have to record it, but if it's to music and you got that sound from TikTok, then you got to go and take it to something else so you can cover up the TikTok logo so you can put it on Instagram so that you don't have to like so you can repurpose content. This is why I don't do all that. I like Facebook and YouTube. I ain't got all them issues. I can go and I can stream to both. They're on their platform separately. I ain't got time for all that. You got to edit. Saw someone say like for one particular video, like that, this is what they like to do. It takes them a month to like record it. When someone asks her a question, like she does like a lot of different, she's doing songs, she does all these transitions and stuff. And she said it can take her a month. Excusez-moi, a month to go and do all of that. No, ma'am, no ham. I just like to watch it. I cannot. It becomes a whole job editing. I gave up editing a long time ago. Look, y'all gonna get the real me, nice, raw, unedited. That's why I'm addicted to live videos. Whatever the mess up is, it's on here. It was live TV. Do not edit it down. I'm not about to go back in and do extra work and edit it down because either that's going to be more work on me or I'm going to have to pay somebody to edit it down. Nope, not adding that overhead to my business. Not going to do it. So all that social media stuff and posting to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, you chat, me chat, who chat. Too much work. I ain't got time for it. And my business is still successful because of the methods that I do use. I try to maximize on those ways to bring awareness to my business. So let's see. People know me for my t-shirts, tooth fairy pillows, memorial lanterns, ornaments, especially for the ornaments during Christmas. Perfect. When filling out applications, for example, a loan or a bank account, what category do you consider your business? For example, are you in manufacturing, retail, public service? It would be technically more so like retail, because that's really what you're doing. You're selling to consumers. Later, Jesse. Everything I do, which is a lot, I do for me. I retired from doing a business. Doing a business. I'm retired, and doing a business is work. Exactly. If I sell something, I do. If I don't, I don't. But do sell things occasionally, and that's enough for me. So glad to see you say that. Me chat, you chat. Exactly, man. It's a whole bunch of them. She said the way that I just hollered. All right, so let's get back into this. Ways that you can make money from home. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure that you guys are giving this video a thumbs up. Hit that share button, tag someone in it. As y'all know, I'm always going to bring you amazing and great information. So share with others. Don't be stingy with this information and hit that share button, tag someone in this video. Help Facebook notes and YouTube note that, hey, this information we want to hear. We want others to hear, and go ahead and push out our girl Shakeya. All right. So other ways that you guys can make money and like start businesses or monetize things at home. So of course, my first love, I originally got into this to where I wanted to be an event planner and decorator. I was one where I never wanted to do weddings. Like, and this is a thing where I'm saying like, it's okay to like not do certain things and just say no. I wanted to do things that allowed me to be a little bit more free and like it was fun. Those who wanted really, really elegant events, I happily said no. People love my style. Y'all know that I think so outside of the box. I'm always going to bring my A game. It's always going to be something that's different. But I had no desire to do the big florals. I had no desire to do all this stuff with glass and crystal and all these unnecessary charger plates, and that wasn't the area that I wanted to focus on. I wanted to do more so like kid parties, baby showers, bridal showers, things where you, and like bridal showers that were not stuffy. Like I could never do anything that's going to be super, super stuffy. Cause that just wasn't my style. Like I like to be very, very playful with it. I was DIY by a professional was like kind of like my tagline back when I was doing things like that. I wanted my business to be where I know that I can create amazing things. Those who may not have a lot of disposable income, how can you still have something memorable, especially for those with children, those with multiple children, wanting them to still feel like they have a special day. A lot of times they get invited to parties where there's like these big setups and all. Like, man, I've never had one of those. Like, I might go to Chuck E. Cheese or just kind of something with my siblings and my family. We're going to go to grandma's house, have some cake and ice cream. But then them wanting at some point to have these really nice parties that they're being invited to. That is where like I saw the need at I saw a need for those who might be young and end up pregnant, and sometimes family don't like to invest in like these baby showers and stuff like that for those who are in that situation. So what can I do to make like that occasion and that time very, very special for them? Especially for like the ladies, they feel like a princess or a queen when it comes to their baby shower, when it comes to kids, just loving and just having this amazing experience. That is what I started my event planning business originally for. And then when I went to the military, it was like, okay, just because we're in Korea and we don't have a lot of resources, don't mean we can't still have amazing parties and birthdays and celebrations. So when I went there, it just took my creativity to a whole other level, because trying to put on a full on function when you are in Korea with very limited resources, spray paint became my best friend. I know they probably thought I was crazy. I was always going and buying up like all the spray paint. I would spray paint any and everything to make it fit the theme because we had limited resources. By the time I came back to the States, because I went to Germany, kind of the same thing there. Had a little bit more resources there, but I still made it do what it do. And by the time I got to the States, all that creativity and doing all that, like, man, it just made it to where my events were like 1,000 times better here. But that's something that I end up kind of giving up on once I took on a certain job like the arena. Didn't really have time for it. And also my husband didn't like all that, because to really make money in event planning, you can't really be doing one event at a time. And if you're someone that's not doing just like rentals and you're not doing like just florals. So some people can do events and it's like, okay, I know this is here. I can go just pull my inventory, go set it up, pull some tablecloths. But I was like physically making my decor. So in order to make money, you got to be working on more than one event at a time. And my husband would come home and it's like, and he'd just go to the room. So we had to make a compromise on some things. And I end up doing that now pretty much just for family, because I liked having a man and that was aggravating him. So we had to kind of chill that out because it was everywhere. I've been rocking with you for years. Yay. So yeah, like, so event planning is where I started at. And there's so many facts. Like you just heard me talk about, the type of events that I like to do. DIY by a professional. I like to maybe have like cutouts and stuff. I love decorating with balloons. Balloons was always I feel like you can make a party, especially a kid party, come to life. Very minimal like decor if you end up doing like a lot of balloon centerpieces. I used to do the topiaries for though, like for kid parties, and then doing, just even simple columns and not all this organic stuff, just regular simple columns, regular arches. Those still are a thing. Not everything has to be these organic ones. So I just like doing that. Then you have the ones that do like full on crystals and florals. The thing when I first started, one of the bigger ones, like these candy tables that you're just going to get all of these like glass jars and put all this unnecessary candy in there that you're never going to use. And then your clients get all upset because you're going to like, oh, well, this candy table is going to cost you $500, $600, $700 just for some candy. Yeah, because you want these big jars. You need to fill them. And then I started to teach people how to make it look like it's full, but it really isn't, because you do certain things to take up space. I'm a science and a math nerd, so I had to go and figure that thing out. I used to do things like putting toilet paper, or like if it's like a skinny cylinder, putting buffers in there so that the candy was just to the outside. I would put things in the bottom of it, of course, food safe, make sure it was clean, putting gloves on, put things in the bottom to where you'll see it around it. You kind of build it up, and then it's not so much stuff in there. So when I did do them, I didn't really care to do them a lot, but I would also teach others how to do that and how to save, because to see all of that candy just go to waste, things like that, you really cannot like save to the next one, because people have touched on it, breathed on it. So you can't go and save that from this one and then take it to like, okay, well, I still had too many M&Ms left. Let me save that for this next party. That's just nasty. So a lot of this stuff would end up going to waste, and it was there just to be pretty, because contrary to popular belief, a lot of your guests don't even take that stuff. When people go and they make all these candy apples, have all of these pretzel rods and Rice Krispie treats, half that stuff stays there, or people take it home and it still ends up hitting the garbage. So you're literally paying to feed the garbage. Like, these things don't always get consumed. Some people like them. It's like they're pretty. They'll bite into them. Ooh, I don't like fondant. I don't like this. I don't like the sprinkles. This don't work for me. And yes, your event was pretty, but you just threw a bunch of money in the garbage. And I started to see that. Like, I go to places and I observe certain things. So I was like, I just can't see myself charging people that amount of money, because I got to charge it, because this is what it takes. So for it to really be thrown away. So I was to figure out different things. So I would do like treat boxes, or I would do certain things to where it's like a small amount of them that were really decorated for the table purposes, and I will just put a few out. And then there are ones to where we don't need all of like the major decorations, and they're off to the side and they can be given out. Just remember to give them out, because if not, then you're stuck with them. But you don't have to have everything out. I like making party bags where I can just put a mixture of candy in it and just make it look really, really nice. So that's just kind of how I did events. And then it moved into things like doing t-shirts, doing, I to make flyers. And I actually, no, so I'll pause. Graphic designing was really my first part. Like, people would come to me for their flyers and invitations and business cards, a lot of more so like invitations, had a lot of those. And then I eventually got into doing like the full on events. And then I moved to like t-shirts, and it was just printable, like printable transfer t-shirts. And then it was HTV shirts. And then it was sublimate. Well, no, which came before? Screen print transfers came before sublimation for me, and then sublimation, and then learning about toner and white toner, and then DTF and all these different things. So there's a lot when it comes to t-shirts. So you can have a whole t-shirt business. You can be someone that does custom shirts. You can be someone that does business to business. So you only do large volume. I have a lot of people now. All right, I did the one-offs and stuff like that. Now if you're not putting in an order of at least 10 or more shirts, so you're coming to me because you're going to have a big gathering. Oh, you're going to have a whole family trip. Y'all going to Disney World. Y'all going to Cancun. It's a girls trip. It's a bridal shower. I'm making it for a bridal party. If it's 10 or more, I got you. 10 or less, I ain't your girl. You can go over to X, Y, and Z. I can refer you to this person. So there's different ways to scale your business up. When it comes to tumblers, like you can do those from home, tumblers. And my favorite thing, of course, is mugs. I'm more of, oh, I thought I had a mug over here. I don't. I like to do mugs more than I like to do tumblers. So you can do that. And it can be where you're doing vinyl, adhesive vinyl on them. I've seen people press HTV. And for sublimation, you don't have to do a full wrap like this, because this is has more room for error with that pesky seam. Where's mine? With that pesky seam, or the tops and bottoms messing up. So you also have this style, which is of course a full wrap. You're not gonna find the seam on this because the way that it is made, but it's on the strap. Or you can do things where it's just a name on it, or just because the entire thing can be sublimated doesn't mean that you need to actually sublimate the entire one. I what I like about those is I used to do a lot of things for brides and like their wedding parties, and having to cut out vinyl and put it on there. And if they want like a really thin, intricate font with vinyl, it would move around. Like they wash it, like it's really thin, it's not enough to grip. Well, with sublimation, I can use the really nice fancy ones, and I'm not putting anything else on this tumbler other than a name, a bride, like it says bride or someone's name, maid of honor. That's it. Same way I was doing before, but now this is a more efficient way of doing it. I can do it a lot faster. It's not going to move. So that's another thing. Like, okay, an additional stream of income. You make items strictly for wedding parties, right? And you were doing it in a method that was just vinyl. Now, sometimes you want certain colors and you want a certain pop, or if it's something shimmery or foil and all those things, yes, you need to use the proper ones. But another stream of income is, all right, now I'm going to do those same things. I'm not moving outside my niche. I'm not going into birthday parties, and I'm still sticking to bridal things. And I've gone from just doing vinyl on tumblers to where, and maybe I was only using one color. Now I can do more colors for you. I found a vendor. I'm going to get them at a great price. So instead of just doing white, I now know business. I now know how to order. I now know how to market. I'm okay with buying a case of black tumblers, a case of rose gold, a case of red tumblers, because these are popular ones and I have them ready to go because that is my business. There's a proper way to scale up when you want to get into business. very big difference between monetizing your crafts and just turning your passion into a profit, because that's just monetizing it. But when you're in business, you make smart business moves like being able to buy in bulk so that you profit more. You can charge the same price, but you're profiting more when you're getting your supplies for less. So those are like, little things like that. Ways to just scale up. Okay. Okay. I always get kind of nervous when y'all get quiet on me. Like there is no like agree, amen, yes, like nothing, and it's just quiet. So I'm not sure if I'm grabbing your attention. It's like you're liking what I'm hearing. I don't want to be distracted, or girl hush. I don't know. It gets kind of weird when y'all get quiet on me. So just to kind of reset here for those who are just jumping on. Wait, now normally I have way more likes over here. And see over here, you guys typically tend to tap, 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 tap the screen. And that's how I know y'all are over here loving it, because I see those hearts going up. I don't see a lot of screen tapping going on over here today. So let's go ahead and tap the screen. So I'm glad you asked that. Mad Creative Custom Store. What are we talking about? I'm about to reset. So I am Shakeya, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of Silaholics Anonymous, which is your ultimate source to teach you how to design and create these amazing things that we're talking about in Silhouette Studio. This entire design was put together in Silhouette Studio. So this wasn't necessarily a file that I purchased. I mean, even down to the sketch part of the Mickey ears, all of this was done and put together in Silhouette Studio through tracing, text to path, some line tool work here, changing of the colors. So there was a lot that went into like making this custom. All right. So I did all of it in Silhouette Studio. So I teach you guys how to design in that program. Been doing it for 7 years. We have you can get free content over on our YouTube channel, Silaholics Anonymous, or you can enroll in my classes and kind of have it all in like one nice little package in each class. Take classes that you need and focus on that particular subject at hand. And then we have the most amazing sublimation paper and ink on the market. Our paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. And it's at a great value. Although prices are going to go up slightly come October 1st. So make sure that you guys are getting your purchases in now, because prices will change October 1st on the website. You guys should be doing the same thing after on your regular job, 6 months to a year, you're expecting a raise. So you cannot operate your business where you have the same prices from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 2 years ago. The cost of living has changed. There has been, some inflation. So you cannot still operate your business, especially when you have things at higher prices. If you're someone that does treats and cakes and bakes, the price of eggs and milk changes almost every single day. So you cannot have a set price like all the time and never adjust. So our prices will change October 1st. Okay. So then we also have 365 Creative Academy, where I teach you a wide variety of things to help you unlock your creativity and how to start, grow, and scale your business. All right. Or just your creative entrepreneur endeavors. And what we're talking about today is different ways that you can start a business, a creative business from home. There are a lot of businesses that anyone can start from home, but how to start a business based off of your creative side, your crafty side, all the different things that you kind of, or some of the things that you can start. And I'm really focused on the ones that I can help you with. So although we talked about embroidery, I know embroidery. I love to watch embroidery videos. I love watching Alexis. Alexis always says, you are going to know embroidery inside out when you get ready to do. I say, girl, I am never going to do embroidery. I just like to watch it. I like to watch you do it. I don't plan to do any embroidery. So, but I like to know all things about it, because when people ask me like for a comparison, I like to be able to give them knowledgeable information. So I train myself on those things and becoming aware and research on them, but I have no desire to do embroidery. But I definitely can tell you how you're going to scale up from one to the other. I definitely can do that. So we're just talking about a bunch of different ways that you can start businesses from home. All right. So feel free to jump in and join in on the conversation. So let's see what they said. I'm listening closely, just taking notes, taking it all in because definitely makes sense. Listening very hard, just taking it all in and all. It's just taking in all the wisdom as usual. It's because I'm taking it all in and listening. Don't come over here. Um, Listening, I'm taking a lot of notes because I really need it. Well, if you like the information here, guys, join the ink zone. It is something that was originally created as a way for me to share. So I'll be very, very transparent in this. I mean, it was it's a celebration of our Inkiversary, and I was doing live videos over there. I have been doing free content for a really, 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 really long time. And I don't mean surface level, like, okay, this is some stuff you can find anywhere on Google, YouTube. I am the YouTube. I create the videos that people tell you, oh, you can YouTube it. I am that person. I create quality tutorials or created quality tutorials and demos. Um, but some people did say, Shakeya, you give a lot of information for free, and some things, people they're paying to get less from others, kind of make folks pay for some of this stuff. So we started the Ink Zone. It was a celebration for our Inkiversary, but that was in August. We extended through September. We've had some really amazing, just kind of like let your hair down type conversations about business. You'll get a lot of valuable information. Y'all like to call them gems. I don't like to call them gems. It's very valuable information and knowledge. And as Eric from the Blank Spot will say, uh, knowledge, just simple knowledge is not power. The proper application of knowledge is power. So I give you information that you can really apply and be great and successful in your creative endeavors and business endeavors. Excuse me, son. What you doing? Um, I got my money. You got your money? Can I have some of your money? Sure. Sure. Okay. Oh, you gave me all of it. Wow, that's 2 whole pennies. I don't think in today's economy I can really do anything for 2 pennies. I'm gonna need a little bit more, okay? Okay. You gonna find me some more money? Okay, go get me some money and bring it to me. Oh God. I'm listening, just crocheting a poncho. Ooh, interesting. Hello, just came in. We'll have to do the playback. I want to do just digital products to begin. Is there good money in that? Oh, that's a really good question. And that's another way too. So and we're going to let's say we talk about digital products. What exactly do you mean by digital products? One day, can you show us how to use the sticker machine? What, this? You mean this one? You're going to take it? You're going to put it on there like that? You're going to make sure that this is not in the way. So you want to make sure that it's going to catch it. It tells you which way to put it in. You just, oh, wait a minute. Got to catch it. Hold on. All right, hold on. Got to make sure that it catches. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Why are you not catching? Are you bunching up in there on me? Yes. Oh, wait. Duh. It's not all the way out. Hold on. How did you end up not being, I got to pull it through. Hold on. It has to go between the pinch rollers. There we go. So this part wasn't coming through the back, so it wasn't going through when I was rolling it. So you put it in there like that, and hey, pick up, go. There we go. So she's gonna go through. Image side goes up so that the adhesive goes on the back. Go like this. All the extra adhesive where there was nothing on it is stuck to this. So this becomes quite sticky. There's now nothing here because this was right here. It picks up the adhesive. And I now have a sticker. That's it. Yes, that is the small Zyron. I actually have the smaller one, and I have the 9-inch one over there somewhere. I have one, love it most of the time. Let's see. Can I go and watch playback on the Zoom that you did in the Ink Zone that I missed because I got in the day before? Yes, you can. So they're all streamed to the group. I need to actually go and put them in a like in one section. But yes, you can go back and watch all of them. If you click on videos, it's going to come up there. But all of the playbacks are there. Anything that I do, playbacks are always available unless it's something that just really needs to come down. Um, Did I send that to everyone for this live? No, I didn't. That is hilarious. Oh, how I wish I could, because over here I need to build my algorithm up. I wish I could send out at everyone over here on TikTok. That is hilarious. I like permanent vinyl because I can put things together how I see them. I like permanent vinyl to an extent. If it's something that has really thin or intricate things to it, I don't like it. I That was one of the things that became really big for me once I wasn't doing full on events anymore, was doing like car decals for fundraisers. So I would make them for fundraisers for different cheer teams and stuff like that. I would of course make money from them. We did track, and I was looking for, I don't see it, but like on my page, I have one. I would use adhesive vinyl to create decals for decorations. So I would apply it and up the fun factor and up the value of a Dollar Tree vase by adding vinyl to it. So yes, vinyl of HTV. When I first got my cameos, paper, it would paper, not HTV, paper, adhesive vinyl, and then HTV for me. So TikTok, I delete this one. So when my husband fusses at my child, I have to go back and talk. I don't care because no, there is no recording of it. But I had to mute it for the folk over there on Facebook and YouTube in order for me to keep this video up. But here we go. Even with that, right? So I originally had my machines and I was using it a lot for because first it was like bumper stickers. That was like really, really big. People have all these. There was somebody here that literally had like a bunch of different decals and stuff on their car. So I would make car decals, whether it was something small. I've done them for other businesses where I'm putting it like on the side of their trucks and cars and stuff like that. So that's another business that you can start from home, is a sign business or creating vinyl decals. I do yard signs, ones to where now I can print them in house, but originally I would design them. I knew the resources that I needed to go and send them to a sign shop, have them printed out, and then I either have them put it on the board, and I'm making some money, maybe not as much as I could have if I did it myself, but then I'm also, that's more labor for me. So for me, for yard signs, I put more emphasis on my design because that's the part that I can completely and fully control. If I decide to outsource everything else, that's fine. Like, I'm still making the money for the time that I put in. People to me tend to count out outsourcing thinking, oh man, well, I want to make more money. Like, it's cutting to my profit to outsource. No, you just properly price so that you're getting paid for the part that you're doing. Maybe put like a little something extra, but you're not doing the work. And you're not losing money by outsourcing it because you didn't have to do labor. Now, if you have the time to do the labor, yes, that's more money. But imagine in the grand scheme of things, if you were to grow your business and you have employees, well, for that labor, you're going to have to pay somebody anyway. So if you really, really think about it, outsourcing essentially becomes employees for your business. Because if you want to grow and you want to not do everything yourself, you're going to have employees at some point. So they require to be paid. What's the difference in paying that particular company versus paying you? Versus you doing it. Let's go ahead and tap that screen. Um, and then material wise, right? So when you outsource it, you don't have to be the one that's going to get that material in, and you have to source it. You have to drive around. So if it's something that you had to drive around to get, you spent that money on gas anyway. You spent time running around the store trying to find it when you could have just outsourced it. They probably have it in bulk, so they're gonna probably give you a better price on it because they're selling it in like bulk, or they're buying it in bulk. So that's gonna affect how they price. There's so many benefits to outsourcing certain things. And as creatives and as crafters, and this whole mindset of I can do that, I'm creative, I can do it myself. Oh, and this is, you don't realize how you're hurting your business. Because sometimes you're going to need to use outside resources to make more use of your time and be efficient with your time. I am retired. And I try to make different things. Sometimes I may take an order for shirts. I mainly love learning new things, vinyl, and my favorite is sublimation. I have that one set for years because I forgot about it until now. So do you make the image in Cameo, then put it in that machine? Yeah. So you do a regular print and cut, and then you'll put it there to make a sticker. So that's like if you're gonna put it on paper or something like that, and not sticker paper. I mean, if you have sticker paper, you can simply just cut it out. If you're gonna cut from like let's say pattern paper, colored glitter, cardstock, things like that, you can simply cut it. You don't have to do a full-on image like I did for here, because if I really wanted to do this, and if I wanted for paper for things like where is that I don't know where it's at, the topper that I had. So if you want to make it for things like that, make out of paper, you can put it through there and makes it sticky, or you can simply go and put it to sticker paper. So just depends on how you plan to use it. Have you ever printed any car decals with your Roland? I sure have. Um, I've been scared to do them with mine for cheer because I do not have a laminate machine. Depending on the ink and stuff, the you're using and like the vinyl that you're using, you don't have to laminate. You don't have to laminate everything. So I've done some and I've put them on cars. I've ordered ones from like when I first started ordering fully printed ones, I ordered them from Stalls Transfer Express. There's no laminate on it. So that's a very big misconception that you have to laminate decals. Do you know a good outsource for those retractable signs? Meaning like you just want to have them done and like and printed up. I'm in Florida, and well in Miami specifically, and we have a lot of print shops here. So I'm not sure if you're trying to just get them in bulk or just someone that you can go to have them like just one at a time done for you. I just choose a sign shop here. I have a couple of them that I work with as far as sign shops because I don't want to have those in bulk. So I'm not looking for like this amazing deal to have, you know, the ones where I can print it and I can put them on there. So if you're with someone like Damon from Custom Print Life, I think it's something like that, like he actually prints them out. So he's gonna have to find somewhere in a good source to actually buy like the bases and all that stuff so that he can put his banners in it. But for me, I just look for a print shop. Just one for your own business, or if someone requests it, look for local print shops. That's a lot of times going to be the best way to do it because you won't have to pay for shipping, because with that, we're talking about a long, like the mechanism to hold it is long and it can be heavy. So what you want to do is try to find a local print shop that can print that out for you, and you can easily pick up. I have Oracle and Calendar vinyl. So like those are not really, I mean, you can print on them, but you want to get like actual printed media, and preferably one that has like UV protection on it, and you don't really have to do the laminate. Now, if I ever do my metallic ink, I have to try and put a laminate over if it's something that's gonna like really get like bumped and all that stuff. You want more so UV. Car decals, people aren't going and scratching at it. They're not touching it and all that stuff to where it's going to like wear down. Even if like rain hits and stuff, it's not going to affect that too much. But if you're using that metallic ink, then yeah, you want to put it over it. I got the laminate more so because I like to do helmet decals. So for that, there's a lot of contact, there's a lot of hitting of that. So you want to protect it so it doesn't get scratched up. But just for everyday things, no. It's no different than the one that we put on our boxes. That's the same thing. And those don't get scratched up like that. All right. But decals is one, t-shirts, hoodies, just any type of apparel. You can be someone that specializes in just kid stuff. Like you never have to do adults. I make all types of shirts, all types of birthday shirts, but from my inventory, for my sanity, I only want to purchase between 0 and 3 months to maybe 4T, 5T. I'm not doing a youth extra small. I'm not doing that. This is the size that I stop at. I mean, you can be someone to where you're known for, we make amazing outfits for first birthdays. That's it. I mean, I thank you for the interest, but I choose not to do anything for second birthdays. People have kids all the time, and there's like 1,000, thousands of first birthdays all the time. So if you're someone, I want to go and be the one that's known as the first birthday lady, where it's an outfit, a full-on outfit. If it's a shirt and a tutu, oh, thank you. A shirt, a tutu, something like that, and that's all you do. And never really touching anything, like never touching anything else. And you can still make money doing that if you just do, especially if it's like the outfit with like the tutus, the socks, if you do overalls, if you do shirts for little boys, you do custom pants, and that can take up a lot of time to customize all these things. So imagine if you had to kind of like switch up, and as they get older, things change and how they want. Like, okay, I do birthday shirts, but I don't want to do a birthday shirt for a girl that's 16 because she gonna have attitude, she's gonna be too picky, she's gonna be this. When it comes to these kids, they don't know what their parents have ordered them. So you, as the parent, you can go and you can decide this one with this cupcake, this Mickey, this whatever, this tutu, whatever. And I don't have to worry about it. That baby gonna be like, I look cute in this. And that's it. Thank you for the gift. And that's all that they're worried about. You can create a whole business around that. Really start to focus on what it is that you want to be known for. That is, people say, I don't know how to niche down. You're afraid to tell people no. When you say no, it becomes so freeing. Like you're not stressed out. Think about when you have all these different things coming from all these different avenues. Think about all the stuff that you have in your creative space, your craft room, your office, at your dining room table that you got for like one order, and you never got an order for that again. Was that really smart to go and buy these things? And now that's wasted money because you brought it. You probably had to buy a significant amount of it. You used it for one, and you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to go and sell the rest. And it's never sold. It's just sitting there. You just threw money away. So you never really actually profited anything from that order, especially when you're starting out. It is so important. And this is from experience. If I knew back then what I knew now, man, I would be so laser focused. And then once that became a well-oiled machine, I would then move to something else. Thanks for the tip on helmets. My husband is bugging me about those. I'm not purchasing anymore. And I don't know, it cut off. So let's see. What are your thoughts on full bleed sublimation shirts? I have a 15 by 15 press and don't want to be buying boards to press on and taping designs together. No offense to anyone. I just don't have the patience. Neither do I. I have done them for for demo purposes. I am an influencer. People want to know how to do it. As much as I tried to not have to do that, my team came and said, Shakeya, what is that you want? You can, if you're going to go and not, want your channel to grow, you want more subscribers, you got to give the people what they want. Whether you like to do it or not, at least do it one time. I did a class once on design. I mean, because designing them is one thing, but piecing it together, people will build business around it. Oh yeah, you can go and you can make all over shirts, and you can do it with a small printer, a small heat press. That's I don't like the word dumb. It's not dumb, but that's just in business, like to do that, it's just not worth it. And then your mindset goes to, man, I have to do all of this. I got to print it out in pieces. I got to tape it together. I got to press it in sections. Oh, they not paying me enough for this. No, you doing too much work for what this is. Like, there is a printer, there is a method to print this out and to press it at like one time. These things exist. So when people are doing that, they're making money off of it because it's something that's not taking up too much time. It prints out, you put it on there, you press it. So now you're doing it the small way. For one, I don't use a board. Whenever I do it, I don't use a board, but I do use a lot of tape to kind of tape it in place. But I use tacky paper. I don't do the whole board thing. I've shown my videos with that. I am not one that really encourages that. Have I done the videos? Yes. If that is something that you desire to do, take my class, watch the video, how to piece it together. But do I encourage it? No. I just think that it's not smart business wise. The amount of time that it takes, you're never going to make the profit that you really, really want, because that amount of work, I mean, you should probably charge 50 to 60 bucks for that. No one's going to pay you that when someone with the proper equipment can charge someone 25, 30, 35 bucks at the most for this particular shirt. I mean, people charge less than that for, like sometimes for the cut and sew ones. And here you are like wanting to charge that because you have to do so much work because you're not using the proper tools and equipment. I am not one that recommends that in any way, shape, or form. So, and I've said that quite a few times. Oh, she says, follow me. She's giving good information. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's a lot of work to do it that way. Yeah, I like to do it. My niece needed a shirt. My son needed a shirt for school. I did it that way. And even then I sat there and complained the whole time on the live video. But for certain things, like I have to do a blanket. It's not something I do all the time. If I was doing blankets like all the time, then it would be okay, honey, we need to invest and get a bigger space so I can get a bigger printer, bigger heat press so I can do this. But like I have a blanket to do and it's going to be 3 long prints. One of the things that I will say is I'm definitely not doing that piecing 6 pages together type deal. Once I found out about rolls, Epson printers can print 47 inches long. I'm going to go and cut that roll to 47 inches or whatever the length is. And I'm going to do like 2 or 3 pieces together. I'm not about to do that 30,000 sheets of paper type deal and can't help you with that. Not my cup of tea. But I do like to do oversized things. I've done several blankets and those are not as bad because it's really large prints and I just have to do it. And then it's like for a blanket, it's just laying it down. I don't have to worry about stretching something out to get the seams and stuff. So I do actually enjoy doing blankets, towels, things that are just flat. But shirts, no, not gonna happen, Captain. Let's see. Yep, when she does another video, I will get my shirt. I just looked at that shirt too, and I was like, I never do the backside of this for AJ. I literally just looked at that shirt maybe like a week ago. It's in the garage. Oh wow, that is so funny. Do you have a video showing your process for your blankets? I sure do. I've done that video a couple of times. I have one that was in my exclusive group when I did the one with the koala on it. I did that live. I just got to the point where I don't think I showed me taping it together. Of course, I did not show designing and splitting it up. It was already done, printed, and I just showed the pressing process. So that is on Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel. But as far as like designing it, splitting it, all that, you can somewhat get an idea of how I do that because the same exact method from the video that I did for the all over shirts last year and just printing it out, taping them together, you put it down and you press it. So, and for me, for my blankets, I don't do it with my heat press. I do it with my easy press. I put it down on a big table or on the floor on a board, and I do it with my easy press in sections. Takes forever, can be murderous on your back, but to me, it's better than trying to do it on the heat press because I don't have the room to like really move this big thing. And like if it hangs, I like to keep it flat and I like to press it in sections. But here we go. Blankets. Someone said digital files, right? That is something that can be. So she asks, is there money? And I'm not sure if you're still here. I know I kind of just now getting back to that, but digital files. It can be if you really focus on it and you work on getting that audience. And especially depending on how you price it and if you are a great designer. So in order to be able to make money doing digital content and digital downloads, let's just say from the create, like from within what I pretty much do. So if you're talking about SVGs and files for other people to use, they have to be pretty, good. And you make more money when you make stuff that stands out. You know how many people let me tell y'all something. I had imposter syndrome when it came to this design. I'm still not like 100% there, because this is when I say this is so outside of my norm for things to be very, very like busy and there's a lot going on. But the glitter kind of softened it, and I was afraid to really put it on the shirt for the boys, like mainly for Even, because of course he doesn't want glitter, but it actually looked amazing and people were complimenting it. So when I posted, I was like, y'all, give me your honest thoughts. I thought I was going to get ripped to shreds. And I was amazingly surprised at all of the positive feedback and stuff. And people asking me, well, are you going to sell that file? I want that file. And I'm just like, I was on the fence about it. Like, that's just me. But I like to think outside the box. Like, I really push the envelope with this because I typically don't create. And this was really this was one concept. I had this done for something else. I created this file. This template is on my website. To where you can put any words in there. I've done this with birthday girl. I did one with my son, and it said birthday behavior, and it had a 10 on there. So I used this when he turned 10. He's 11 now. I used it the year before that. So this is an element that I created before. So I will, when you're looking for files and you're going to purchase them and you're wanting to sell, try to sell files that people can use over and over and over again. So I've been using this part right here, in which, hold on, let me go to share screen because it actually happens to be up on my screen. So that right there, the urban elements, I've had that for a while. Like, I actually designed it way before, and I don't think I put it on my website until like last year. I think it was. I put it on the website, but I've had that designed for a while. Let's see. Hold on. Let me flip you guys around so you can see it. Thank you to whoever shared this TikTok. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, come on. Dang it. It got stuck. So this right here is what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Nope. No voice effects. Flip camera. All right. No wonder I couldn't get it with the Easy Press. I need a board. You don't need a board for the Easy Press. You just need to make sure that it's on something that's flat. If you're going to put it on like a floor, if you have tile, that can cause uneven pressure. If you're putting it on a table, that table has a dent or things like that. So what is that you're actually putting it on? So I like to put a board. One, I don't want anyone's actual product touching my floor. So that's the first reason why I use a board. And two, we have tile, so I don't want the imperfections of like where the grout line is to affect it. So I put it on a board just to have a nice flat surface. Okay. But yeah, so this had that, then it was like word art and some things like that. So it's like, this is a couple things. I already had this from like another design, so I kind of mix and match. So people, they want it. It's the hardest part is like really putting a cost, a price on it, because if you can reach the masses, you can have something. Now, I personally don't recommend $1 files. The reason why is if you price it at $1, you have to know, like when you're budgeting and you're talking about projections for profit, you're going to get charged. There's like merchant fees. So you're going to get charged your 30-cent transaction fee. And then you're going to get 3%, or if someone's paying for it with a credit card, when you're doing something online, they're going to need to do it either with PayPal or with a credit card. There's merchant fees for that. So if you go and you have something for $1 and that's the only thing they purchase, and they purchase that one file because they only need that one thing, you are now really only making 60 some odd cents from it. So when you're doing your projections, okay, if I sell 200 of these, you're not making $200. If you sell 2,000, you're not making $2,000. You have to account for your transaction fee. So I'm not one where I'll ever offer anything for $1. Like my starting price is $365 for a reason. So you can still make a profit off of it because of transaction fees and the percentage that they take from each sale, because I sell online. So it's going to have to be some sort of digital payment. It's going to be fees with it. But it can be, look at Creative Fabrica. People have subscriptions, right? And it's unlimited download, but they're making money because there's all these things that have already been created and it's just on there. Designbundles.net. So people always say, is it something that is profitable? Look at these major businesses that are making money off of it all the time. It's just how you scale. So it may not seem profitable when you first start, but you're going to have to figure out different ways. Like for our digital stuff, I'm trying to figure out an app where people can go in and just find it easily and download. It's going to cost me a little bit more money, but I can then add more things and it'll make it a little bit more organized for people to be able to go back in and download and just be able to utilize the site for digital downloads. I'm on Etsy, but I'm not a big fan of Etsy. That Etsy has all of their fees as well. Etsy has fees. And then when they pay for it with like PayPal has its fees. So you're going to put this thing on there for $1 and you're literally going to probably make 25 cents by the time you get done with your Etsy fees and you get done with the fees for the actual transaction. That's a lot to go on there. I never understand when people have $1 digital files on Etsy, because there's too many people to pay, and that means you did all this work for 25 cents. Not worth it if you're not selling a lot of them. Okay. But yeah, digital files is definitely lucrative. And there's like the SVG side. You can create digital files such as cookbooks, children's books that can be digital downloads. One of the big things right now is KDP, which is through like Amazon. So like with the whole Kindle and direct publishing and stuff. So we don't have to go through publishers now. I mean, people will go and create planners and different things, and you're submitting it and they're going to do the production for you. Are you going to make a boatload of money? No, but they're doing all the work. You don't have to worry about publishing and printing it out and using your cinch machine and doing all that. Yes, that can be fulfilling. If you're a crafter, you like to do it. But if you have a big volume, like you can't, use craft things to run a major business. So, that's something that's growing with that. You can do children's books. You can do, I'm about to hurt some people's feelings right now, but it's okay because it's my platform. If you decide to do a book, a guide of sorts, and you want it to be digital, the content itself and the guide itself is a guide. It is not the format in which it is being sold is an ebook. But don't put ebook on your title, because if you ever wanted to actually print that out, I think that is the craziest thing ever, to print something out and it say ebook. At that point, it's no longer an ebook. It's a paperback or it's a hardback. But here's a little advice. If you want to do digital downloads, just call it what it is. There's no reason to call it the HS Ink Guide to Common Sense ebook. It's just going to be the HS Ink Guide to Common Sense. And it is available in paperback or ebook format, digital format. Don't put ebook on y'all dang on cookbooks. This is a, because I love my girl Tabitha Brown. This is a vegan cookbook ebook. What? It's a vegan cookbook that's available in ebook format, in digital format? Yes. So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. All right. We're good. Y'all understand me? You feel me? All right. She says, I want that. Oh, where can you get that exact file? So here's the other thing with me, and my husband is working on me with it. I am someone who, because I teach, in my mind, I want to teach you how to do it, not just give you the file. And then at the same time, because I'm in groups, I will probably be annoyed to see my own design like 30,000 different places. And like, y'all know how y'all get when you see stuff, it's like, dang, is everybody doing this? But it's just that you're in a lot of groups and it's just like, it really isn't. Like, so to everybody else, that might be the first time they see it. But because you're in groups, you're like tired of seeing the same files. I never really want to have that feeling about my files. So I typically tend to not sell them and put them out right away. I also kind of have this thing where I like being exclusive, to where if someone like that many people, if y'all like it, well then guess what, folks need to come to my website to purchase it. And so I'll normally release it like 6 months later, and you can use it next year, because I'm gonna be like, so like my yard signs, I never, whatever yard signs I am working on for that year, I never offer them as a digital file, because it's gonna be that when I see it, I know that it's mine. Now you can go and try and mimic it and copy it, but when I see stuff, I know that it's mine. Like I know that I'm the one that designed it. And then after the grad season, I'll release it so you can use it for the following year. Because guess what? I'm gonna come up with new designs. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I'm trying to figure out how I can do this, because it's so many schools. There's 101 HBCUs. What I'm not about to do is like create files, because I'm not in the business of just making files. If you're in the business of making files, you can sit at your desk and make files all day long, because hey, that's your business, right? That's not what I'm in the business of teaching. I'm in the business of selling amazing sublimation paper. Check out shop.hsink365.com for the amazing paper that we sell and ink. I'm not necessarily in the business for creating digital files. So I don't want to sit here and do this for 101 schools. So that's the only reason why this file will be available soon, because I'm not trying to be the supplier of every single school. You can be the supplier in your area if you want to make it for schools that's in Alabama or Tennessee, Texas. So it will be released very soon. And it's going to be released with the template and a class to know how to edit it. So that's the only way that you're going to be able to get it. You're going to have to also take the class. That template will not be available by itself. The reason why I'm not making that one, because I have things and it's available by itself. The reason why is I've had templates where I'm like, okay, I'll just put them out there, right? Well, when you don't know how to use Silhouette, you don't, because I actually have that one set up. One of the rare times I have it set up in Photoshop. When you don't know how to use it, those programs, then you're coming back to me or you're leaving me a 1-star review because you don't know how to design in your design program. You're like, oh, this template it was hard to figure out. No, you just don't know how to use your design program. So that one will be available, but it's going to be in combination with the class, and you cannot get it if you're not in that class. That is how you're going to be able to get that particular template. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you for answering my question about digital products. I'm going to now focus more on learning designing with this amazing lady, Shakeya The Professor. Girl, she the bomb. Yes. And that's what's so important, is understanding like how to design. That is so, so, so important. And then you can sell all the digital downloads, SVGs, PNGs that you want. Now, in a particular style, because there are ones that you're going to do, like when you see like the sublimation bundles, it's like the watercolors and certain things that takes a different type of design skills. But I definitely can teach you things that's gonna sell, because my files sell. Um, she says, I'm tired of seeing the file with the girl with the messy bun and the glasses on the t-shirt. You and me both. She says, my new bestie. Someone says, my new bestie. I'm actually tired of seeing that one too. Whether it is the headband, the bow, the one with the two bows, the glasses. Yeah. And even if it's the one with the skeleton, I'm actually tired of seeing that one as well. All right. So we've been on for 8 minutes. It's close to bedtime, so I want to be able to go and read bedtime stories to the little ones. And my son made pizzas with garlic. We saw it on TikTok. That's one of those things that TikTok taught me or taught us, and I did it for them. So he wanted the Texas toast with pizza sauce and cheese and stuff. So you make a pizza on the garlic toast, and he made some, and they smell absolutely frigid amazing. So I want to go eat one because it's already late. So I'm going to eat just one of them and then read the kids' bedtime stories. So we're going to wrap this up, which means I probably won't do the lives. Well, no, I think we're going to schedule it for Thursday, because tomorrow I have open house in ESAC. So I won't be able to be on tomorrow, but I will be live tomorrow morning for a Q&A. That's my regular Q&A. This was an impromptu. You guys really don't get me live anymore. If you want to participate in my lives and you want to see me design, you want to see me do this blanket, probably tomorrow, because I had to test some chips out, so I didn't print out today. You want to see me do this blanket, my live Q&As and things like that. I'm limiting the ones here. So if you're brand new to this, to my channel, to my YouTube, to my Facebook, just now seeing me, anyone can tell you that I come with a wealth of knowledge and information, valuable information that's really going to help you. So consider joining the Ink Zone. It's something that, like I said, I do plan to continue. Just the structure of it, we're still working out. It, of course, it'll be no less than what it is now, 3365, and those who paid for it, they have access to it. So however long this lasts, they will have access to all of the playback and stuff. It's not associated with my academy. It's not necessarily full on teachings. It's more of a kind of let your hair down. It's a relaxed environment to be able to learn and absorb information. We just have conversations like about business, things that you may not think of. It's always great, note-taking time during those live Zoom sessions. But I'm well versed in a lot of areas. So that's where people just kind of pick, and the topic can go a lot of different places, but I just like it being a more relaxed environment, especially when it comes to designing. So if I'm going in, I'm designing, sometimes they'll watch me design, or it'll be up there for like 2 hours. When people have questions about things, I can do a quick video. So it's a really, really, really cool place to be. It's 3365. It's on my website, shop.hsink365.com. It's called the Ink Zone. Get your full access pass. One of the perks is you actually get a coupon code. We don't run sales on our products as of right now, because we reduced our prices by 25% to be able to help people as inflation was happening and people were trying to get back on their feet from COVID. We reduced our prices by 25% to help you guys, but that is going up in October. So since we do that, we don't offer sales. So one of the perks of getting the Ink Zone pass is you get a discount code for our products and for Essentials to Silhouette Studio. And the other perk, it's no longer available. I probably will change that perk since we're not doing the giveaway anymore. I'll probably change the third perk on there if you get the Ink Zone full access ticket to your girl, and that's where I'm doing my live videos and stuff like that. So Ink Zone, and then Essentials to Silhouette Studio, and there's so many other classes. You can still take the SVG challenge. So if you're wanting to learn how to create digital files from scratch, learning how to combine shapes, learning how to mix and match things, check out the 7-day challenge for learning to make SVGs. If you're wanting to do things like the chip bags and Capri Suns, fruit snacks, all that, check out the event challenge. Then we have text effects as well. So there's a lot of great classes. I don't have anything where you're going to just be able to pay one price and all this is included. It's just my way. I just run my business, so I don't have that, but I'm also very affordable. So it's not like I'm charging you $500, $5,000 for these courses. They're very affordable. The amount of money that I know I go and spend that when I go buy food for the family, go to Taco Bell, man, because we get everything chicken. By the time you go, you think Taco Bell is like really, really inexpensive, but by the time you change everything to chicken and they charge you 80 cents for everything, I'm like, man, it ain't that much of an upcharge from beef to chicken now. Like, come on now, a whole 80 cents. Like, I mean, I could see maybe 15 cents, but they literally charge a whole 80 cents to upgrade. It ain't like I'm getting the beef and the chicken. I'm getting just the chicken. So does the price not already account for some level of meat? And like, I should just be paying for the difference, but the difference is definitely not 80 cents. I'm like, come on, Taco Bell. So our bill goes up, and by the time I go, they tell me some $40 for some tacos. Man, y'all tripping. So if I can spend it on that and I can spend it on frappes every week, it's well worth it to invest in one of my classes that should definitely cost way more. But I keep them very affordable because I don't have a program, and I doubt I'll ever will, where you're just going to have access to everything. I think that clouds your judgment. It clouds what you want to learn. It's just too much to process. So when you make a decision to buy one of my classes, I know that you are going to actually watch the classes and you're going to learn it and apply it. When someone just gives you something that's just like a whole bunch of stuff all in one, you're not going to really watch all that stuff and really take full advantage of the amount of money that you're paying to be in it. So that's just me. So everyone always asks, do I have a thing where you can get all my classes? No, I do not. They are all a la carte. Um, is that monthly? No, you pay $33.65. See, I told y'all I'm affordable. It's one price, one payment, $33.65. You take my Essentials to Silhouette Studio. It is a one-time fee. I don't have time for this, and then it's like, people have lives. I don't like being restricted by monthly fees. This is why I mean, it's a good tactic because people, they're afraid of losing access, so they're just going to keep paying. But you got to also make that kind of affordable, which I mean, that may or may not be in the future for certain things. October 1st, new classes come out and new programs. But like, I know for me, like all black TV, I love it when like the shows are on, like Mahogany, House Divided, Jason and stuff like that. But when there's nothing going on, I'm like paying, and I'm just paying, waiting for the like new shows to come back out. And that it gets kind of aggravating paying. It's only what $5.99 a month, but still I'm paying for something I don't even watch it like half the time. Like they just got my money. But I like, when other things, when I go, like I rent a movie, like just buy that one, I'm going to watch that one. So I'd rather do it that way. And I kind of think about how I am as a consumer, and I've applied that to business. I watch it when I know I paid for it. But if it's just a subscription, it's going to sit there and I watch it when I can. And I don't want y'all to do that with my classes, because my classes are actually valuable. My classes can make you some real bank. Okay. So make sure that you're actually taking the classes, you're going through the modules, and you are, learning from the classes. You need a one-on-one on exactly what for learning silhouette, for designing, for business. I will say you get more bang for your buck when you take a group class. Whenever I do like kind of like group, I'll call it group coaching, but I do what's called creative business. And we discuss like different things, and that's going to actually have different tiers to it depending on the level that you're at. Again, sign up. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, you click on it, a link to make sure that you're on the list for class updates when all that stuff comes out. You guys will also get discounts and stuff when you are on the class updates, like when they first drop. But one-on-ones, I do one-on-ones. They start at $50 an hour for like general stuff. If it's something where we're going like step by step through a project or for business help, it starts off at $100 an hour, 125 an hour, somewhere in there. But like when people want help, like, okay, I'm trying to understand like just tracing this one thing, or like they just kind of have like a little questions here and there. It's like general help. It's $50 an hour. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go. Which one of my amazing classes should I focus on for digital products and doing that? Essential to Silhouette Studio is going to be first. You have to know the program. So Essential to Silhouette Studio is going to be first. Then the 7 challenge for creating SVGs is going to really show you how to then apply all those tools and give you like a lot of different ideas for how to do that. The ink zone is really great because you really get to see me in my design element. So if you struggle creatively and feel like, okay, I can't get my designs to come together, when you see my process, it might help. So getting access to the ink zone, Essential to Silhouette Studio, and the 7-day SVG challenge is definitely going to help you. If you want to do digital files, like creating the base for like chip bags, water bottle labels, all they have to do is go in there and just change in the name. Then you may want to see how I design that and take the event one. So it really depends just where you want to focus at. But I will say essentials, the SVG challenge, and ink zone, top 3 right there. Okay. How often are you on in the ink zone? It's several times a week, because I'll go on like just when I'm designing for Q&As. Our Zoom sessions are random. It's not something that has a set schedule. That's where I can literally go live. It's not, I don't plan it out. I'm working during the daytime. And I used to just do a lot of like live videos. I just hit go live, but some folks don't appreciate your girl and what I'm putting out. And so it was just said that I have way too much information. I'm too much, like I'm giving away everything. And then people are taking what I'm teaching and trying to apply it to their program. So like if they want it, they're going to have to pay for it. They're going to have to send them a little spy. As long as I get my coins, hey, baby, you can do what you do, but I'm going to get my coins for all this great information. So I don't necessarily plan it out like during the daytime when I'm working and I'm working on designs. I'll hit go live. and I will just do that, do it that way. So it's a lot. It's been a lot of great live videos and Q&As and things like that. And the Zoom discussions are even better. It's been like 2 weeks since we did a Zoom discussion because it was just got really busy for me with HS Inc. week coming up. So that's why I said this Thursday, we're definitely going to have a Zoom session. Okay, so yes, I have them all. Okay, perfect. Then from there, if you have those, if you want anything else, like like learning to create memorial designs, and you can sell those. So every class I teach has the potential to help you with creating digital content. So when it comes to memorials, maybe you want to create some really nice memorial designs that others can use, how to do obituaries, and maybe sell templates for that. So every last one of my classes will teach you something. The switch up is great, how to make it where you can take a file and break it down and customize it to, that's normally files that people want. So it really, I mean, all my classes dope. All of them. All of them. All of them. Thanks. I'm new. Oh, so you're a newbie here. Well, hello, Robin, and welcome to. I'm not sure which. I'm on both YouTube channels, Silaholics Anonymous and Honestly Speaking, which one you're watching from, but whichever one you're on, go over to the other one and make sure that you subscribe over there. Whenever I do the Q&As, I kind of stream on both, but if I'm ever doing something and I share live, let's say I'm sublimating something, that's only on Honestly Speaking. If I'm doing something that's silhouette related, that's only on Silaholics Anonymous. So make sure that you guys subscribe to both channels. And then there's going to be some things that are going to be exclusive to TikTok. So make sure you guys follow me on TikTok as well. All right. All right, y'all, but I'm going to go because now I'm officially almost at 2 hours. I don't want to hit 2 hours. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Make sure that you visit the website, shop.hsinc365.com. All orders before 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time go out the same day. Everything else goes out the next day. Again, we have the best summation paper. We have sample packs. If you want to do the sample pack, it's like $6 off right now. You can put in try HS Inc 365. Hold on, let me verify. I think that's what it is. And it only works on the sample packs. It's not for anything else. So you can get a sample pack of paper, and it is try HS Inc INK 365. And it'll take $6 off of the sample pack. It only takes it off of one of them. So you don't think you're going to go on there and get like 10 sample packs for like basically just $10 and just build your whole pack. No, it's going to take it off of one of the items, and that's it. Okay. And yeah, so you can try it out, but I'm telling you, the full pack is dope. Maybe just get one full pack. Don't necessarily get like 4, the case of 4, but try out a pack of our paper. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to get amazing colors. It can be, there's a lot of papers out now that have caught up with the change in technology, and they're providing, it's just changed the way paper is made. But especially compared to that one that's the old head in the game that refuses to change their formula, oh, you definitely gonna see night and day amongst that brand. I mean, just in the sharpness and the clarity and being able to get things done better, faster with our products. So definitely check out shop.hsinc365.com. Boom, Latasha Butler. Just get a full pack. I'm trying to tell you. I tried to tell him, Natasha, in a very nice, professional, politically correct way that, I mean, you might be a little disappointed. You might as well go get it. But thank you for saying it. She says, look, you're going to be mad if you just go ahead and get them little 20 sheets, okay? And then have to go back to get the rest of it. Go ahead and get you a little full pack and, be incredible. All right? So there's your ink zone. This is the free file up until next week. I changed it because trying to change that free file every single week was a bit much. So now the free files are every 2 weeks. So that is the free file for, it's not really for the week. It was for 2 weeks. So until the 14th, that is the free file that you guys will get. I did flip around for guys on TikTok because I have to move my phone. Just go over to the website. All right. So shop.hsinc365.com. You want to check out the classes. So here is the custom text effects. I have to figure out why this here. So there's the event decor, the custom text effects, the vector, as you guys like to call it, SVG, And then there's a lot of other classes. Ooh, September, we are having another Shopify. So it's not like the full on class, but it is for those who have a Shopify and have questions and you feel like it's not optimized. We're going to have another Shopify optimization session where we're really going over things that you might be missing. So it's going to be kind of like an audit and also just going over things that you're missing. But we're going to also have another full on Shopify because Shopify has made some changes. So a new Shopify class will be coming. As you can see, this was done last year. So new Shopify in the works. All right. So until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.